Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you a couple of ways to catch some munch, some food if you're lost, stuck in the middle of nowhere. Not necessarily if anyone invades or the zombies are here, but you could be on holiday going for a hike and get lost. These are just a couple of traps to catch some small game. There's a bit of a disclaimer here because at least one of these could be illegal. So wherever you live, make sure you check your local laws, whether you can do this. I'm only doing it as an educational purpose. Like I said, if you're lost, stuck and you're starving, you're not going to care about the rest. So here we go. First thing you're going to want to do, guys, is find some sign, some drop-ins, trails through bushes where you can see they've been coming backwards and forwards. And then you're going to need a shovel. Now, I know it's okay for me being at home, having a full-size shovel, but it is something people carry in backpacks, the survival shovels, the 3-in-1, where you interchange with the saw and the axe. If you haven't, I'm sure if you're desperate, you could find something to dig with. So then, guys, you found your place, you found the sign, you know this stuff coming backwards and forwards, dig a hole. So guys, you've dug a hole. It should be around 1 metre deep. The rabbits can jump really high and you want to smooth the walls so they've got nothing to grip on to climb out. And it has to be fairly wide as well. This is basically a miniature version, as I don't want any of my neighbours' pets in here and I've got to fill this in after. But all this spoil you need to have cleared away. You need to make it look as natural as possible. And like I said, about 1 metre deep, and then all the walls smoothed around so we can't climb out. Next thing you're going to want to do, guys, is find some really thin sticks like willow branches. Any thin sticks, but you've got to test this first with something of, I don't know, a kilo, a couple of kilo weight on top to make sure, because you don't want it standing on top, eating the bait and just running off, obviously. So then we're going to put the sticks across the top, make it look as natural as possible with a little bit of grass, dry grass, and then we're going to bait it. And then hopefully you're going to catch something. Obviously, you get the idea, guys. The big pile of spoil won't be there, but I need to fill this in. This is my garden. Like I said, I don't want to catch the neighbours' pets. A little bit of bait on the middle around the edge. I mean, you can make it as pretty as you want to, but it's a rabbit, remember, so. And then basically, he comes over. Hopefully he's a little bit heavier than that brick. And he's in there. Right, guys, that's the first one. Not very pretty, but it's in my garden. It needs to be dug a lot deeper, like I said. Make sure those sides are rounded off and try and disguise it as much as you can. Next one, guys, is a snare trap. Again, don't use this unless you're allowed to. First of all, guys, you're going to want a tree. Something that's high enough up with enough spring in it so you can really catch it around the neck. And I apologise about the wind if you can't hear much today. So first of all, guys, you've got your tree. You're going to want to attach some wire. Whatever you've got in your backpack, fishing wire is good as well. It's just a bit harder to create the loop. Wire to the tree. Nice bendy tree. Down to the first stick. Now, guys, you need 2 sticks. Both with your knife, carve two hooks. Identical, obviously opposite to each other, so they can grasp each other like this. The first one, so long, just knock into the ground where you've tested you've got enough spring. The second one is where all the fun happens. You're going to connect the wire from the tree to the top of this one, make 2 little notches. There you go, it's a wire from the tree, and then the second wire, another couple of notches with your loop. Your loop has to move freely to snare it, and it's supposed to be a little bit bigger than your fist for rabbits. So be careful with this, doesn't spring back, hit you in the eyes. Then obviously you've located where they are. You've seen the sign, you always sat on sign or the trail, so you put this in the middle of the trail. Guys, these can work without bait, but you can bait it. Bait's obviously better. So guys, you want to go and take this stick with the hook, be careful. Put it in this side, obviously sort out your loop. These have to be a little bit air triggerish to work, guys. Rabbit comes through. Done and dusted. Obviously you can perfect that a little bit better. The ground's a bit soft here, but there you go. So people, there's a couple of ways to catch some food. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ring that little bell. Peace.